Welcome, I'm in the dark forest right now. This is what I call a lightning garden. A lightning garden, lightning mounds, whatever you want to call them. Here I am at a bigger one, a much larger one. All the deadfall in here that you see, this large deadfall, it's all from lightning strikes, and they're all oak trees. The large ones here are oak trees. There's many other trees here as well in this forest. It's a forest, but the original trees in this park, in this forest, being oak trees and being planted intentionally. Here's one of them. Strange vein right there in the tree, and not. That's an oak tree. It's already taken a strike. One of its branches has been sheared down. All the deadfall down here, I'm saying, all the deadfall, it's lightning deadfall. These are oak trees, and they've been sheared off, sheared down, burnt down to the ground. The strikes come right down to the ground, and they sandify this soil. These structures, whatever these hills and mounds are that we're on top of, which these oak trees have been planted on top of this large forest. These are all oak trees. The high ones, the big ones here. And you get stuff like this. That is lightning damage. That tree has been jacked. This tree here has been jacked. Whole tree. And do you notice that these oak trees spiral? Their trunks spiral. I notice that a lot here. Many of them spiral. They spiral in different ways. But that's what's going on here. I'm gonna go around this way. There's many examples. All this deadfall down here is burnt. You'll find burnt surfaces on it because it's been struck by lightning. That's why it's burnt. And beautiful ferns right there. We're just getting into this stuff right now in Minnesota. That is an omen. That's an omen. That happened the last time I came out in these mountains. A bird was flying above my head, right overhead. That is an omen. Okay, that's an omen. This is deadfall. And it's burnt. It's been charred down by electricity, by lightning. I'm kind of lost in here right now, so I'm gonna go follow this trail here and see if I can find my way back to some better examples. Well, there's examples everywhere. These sheared down trees in place are all lightning strikes, lightning damage. And they're all oak trees. These are all oaks. So here's a cool example here. Look at that one. Sliced like hot butter, like a hot butter knife in butter by lightning. These are pretty. Look at these. Anywho, look at this. In place, sheared off in place. This is the intention of these gardens, these forests being planted. Because it was planted. The growth is about 150 years old here. 150 years old. 150. 100. And the ones responsible for planting this forest 100 years ago, 150 years ago, I think knew and had in mind the idea that this forest would attract much lightning and would destroy whatever the reason being for this landscape being so hilly and moundy, which I'm walking on right now. Crows, that's an omen. Look at this pit right here, this perfect pit. What is that in the middle of the woods? The perfect pit. So somebody's already been out here doing something, and this forest is the result of that. I don't think people are realizing, many are realizing that how young these forests are. You see the burnt? Lightning took this huge portion of this tree down. Lightning has struck this whole tree down and took out this branch and all of its bark. Lightning has struck this tree and obliterated it into a stump. Lightning has taken this tree down and scorched it, and it's lying here burnt. Lightning is taking down all these oak trees, because these are all oak trees. All these large oak trees. They have spirally trunks and spirally wood. The wood is spiraled and it attracts lightning like nobody's business. That's why these are burnt and have taken strikes and are lying here like this, because that was the intention. Now let's go down this trail a little further. We're going to see some more carnage, some more lightning carnage in this dark forest, this lightning garden. It's intentional. You see the patterns on these branches, the lightning bolts, the lightning bolt patterns on these oak trees. That's how they grow, spirally and like lightning bolts. Here's a great example right here. Well, we got more sheared down trees, lightning coming down to the ground here and smoking out the ground. But look at this pattern here and this lightning bolt pattern on these oak trees, you see? And that's what they're doing, is attracting just that. And I'm walking on sandy stuff here, and it's just sand. And I think the lightning is doing that, is helping do that. Here we have a tree sheared right in half at a strong point in its trunk by lightning. It's all burnt from lightning. Now, if you're telling me that they didn't know that this would happen when they planted all these oak trees all around here, which are all the same age and have all been planted at the same time, but you can tell, okay, in this large forest, sheared right in half right there. They're all taking strikes because they look like that, and that's what lightning looks like. And it's taken these trees down. And if you're trying to tell me that they didn't know that this would be the result of planting this many oak trees like this, you gotta be kidding me. They knew that this would happen. It's a mess in here. Look at this. Look at this. And look at the dragonflies. Just came out of nowhere everywhere. That's an omen. That's an omen. Look at the dragonflies everywhere. Look at the dragonflies. Okay. And we have the tree here. And it's been sheared down, blocking this trail, and it's just lying here from lightning. We do get tornadoes, yes. But this is lightning damage. Because this is a lightning garden, and that's what's happening here, and they're burnt. And this is lightning striking these trees down and striking all these. This is taking the strike, and it's been burnt. That's why it's not alive anymore, this tree. You can see all the other bark's been sheared out and blown off of it. And it's all burnt too, all the way up there. All that bark is burnt. Took a lightning strike, a big one. This tree right here, lying down, took a lightning strike. It's all burnt and ashen on the bottom here, all the way down. This is a lightning garden. Look at the dragonflies. That's an omen. They just came out of nowhere when I came around this corner. Look at the dragonflies. Okay, pay attention to the omens. They're speaking to us. What does this mean? It's not an accident. This doesn't happen out of nowhere. These are beautiful dragonflies, and there's tons of them. And they came out of nowhere. Incredible. And look at the omen here. We have a hawk flying right overhead. These are omens. For God's sake. Beautiful, eh? Okay. So moving on. I don't know what just happened there. I just had a moment. Okay, so there are about 1,000 dragonflies just all right in there. That little gully right there. Oh, here's a bunch more. Oh, look at them. They're greeting me to say hello. Okay, so anywho, where was I? Oh yeah, this is a lightning garden. This forest. It's a beautiful forest. It's dark, it's vast, but it's also light in many areas as well. You come around these corners like this, and you find these bright, shining areas where there's dragonflies, and yeah, all these, most of these taken down by lightning. Even these small ones, these branches here, these are lightning strikes. Most of them that are taking these branches down on these windy, spindly oak trees lying here burnt, because that was the intention here. Look at this. Sheared off. All these trees are obliterated by lightning. They've all been smoked. They've all taken hits. Even this one took a branch right here. Okay, and look at this one. This pole at the end of this little walkway is kind of interesting. Almost like a totem. That's almost like a totem. Yeah, at the end of this trail here. Oh, it's at the trail crossing too, where it meets at 3. There's this. That's interesting. But yeah, it's just carnage back here. You see all these downed oak trees, and they're all oak trees. 90% of them are oak trees, the big ones. Okay. Here's an oak. And look at these knots. Look at these weird knots. I was thinking like, are those from branches? But no, they're not. They're knots. They're pointy knots. You always find stuff like that in the dark forest. But again, why is this down here? Because of lightning. It's burnt. It's been struck by lightning. That's why it's burnt. And that's why it's lying here. Not because it fell for any other reason. That got struck by lightning. That whole tree did. And they're just lying there. Same here. And this is just what I wanted to show you, because it's clear to see. They must have known that this would be the case. You see this burnt ashen wood in here? It's burnt. This tree right here came down here, and this was intentional. This was intentional. These burnt electricity gardens, or lightning gardens. Here's another one. Big branch blown off. It's burnt in the inside, and it's lying there, and that's intentional. This is an oak tree. It's an oak tree, and it's a very large one. And take a look here. Yeah, and it's burnt in there. It's all burnt. This was struck very, very sheer force. Just left it here, just straight down. Incredible. And they had to have known that, is what I'm saying. They had to have known that would be the case. They knew what oak trees were. They must have known what they would do. They must have known this. Look at these sheared in half, all over here at the base of these trees, basically, and these trees are sheared off. Laying there. There it is, laying there. The top of this tree, laying right here. Burnt. I'll take a little walk this way. But I think I got the point across here. That this is all downed lightning damage here. These are all burnt. Okay, they're all burnt and lying here from lightning damage, okay? That's clear. Very dangerous, the stuff laying, the stuff hanging here. So, okay. Yeah, stuff hanging here that's not safe. And it's all laying here because it's been struck. It's all laying here burnt. On purpose. See this burnt tree here. And it's burnt. It's burnt. All these branches are burnt all the way up. It's been struck by lightning. So was that big mangled mess right there been struck. This is intentional, is what I'm saying here. And I'm on top of a very hilly mound that's very high. It rises abruptly out of a flat landscape down below where my car is in the parking lot. And there's no way that this wasn't the plan, and that it's not working. Because that's what I see. I see it. This place here being destroyed by lightning, and it seems to have been intentional. Beautiful ferns. So that was the dark forest. Here's a burnt stump here in the end. Here we can look at as I exit. A lot of people here now. I don't know where they are. But I guarantee you this stump here is here because it's been struck by lightning. Yes, it is burnt. So we'll end it here. Oh, we got a few here. Yeah, good. We'll end it right here. We got burnt logs here. Lightning damage coming off of this lightning struck tree right here that's been scorched. Burnt tree rubble over here. Burnt tree rubble over here. Burnt stump. Burnt tree rubble. Burnt tree rubble. This is lightning damage. This is the dark forest. I'm on top of the mound here, looking over its steep edge. And look how steep this stuff is here. Burnt, lightning struck tree. Lightning struck oak tree on purpose. All those are oak trees in there. Okay? These are all oak trees. This is a lightning garden. I love you all and take care.